It's time for some lemon water, which normally helps with anxiety. So let's see. I don't know the science, but for me, somehow, this is going to be cold, so I'm going to have it slowly. Mindfully drink this lemon water. Oh, what's this thing? Right. Life is a funny old thing. That's something my dad would say. It's quite good weather today, you know. It's like sunny. It's not super warm, but I may go in the garden. I've got to put pressure on myself. I've got this thing to assemble, this landscaping rake. I think it's just the fork and the handle go together. 4 candles. But it's got to cut that box open. So I've left it there for a few days. There's quite a few weeds growing, but I'll be able to knock them out easy anyway. But sort of talk myself into anxiety, talk myself into worry. It's like sometimes I'm against myself even being relaxed. Like the moment I kind of start to feel calmer, I start to talk myself into worry again. It happens so quick. It's like switch. Whatever. A therapist said to me once, I would not want to take away your anxiety. I was like, why not? And I realised it was because anxiety can reel you back from doing stupid things. Once it completely goes, then if you're not ready to let go of the anxiety, it's pretty dangerous. Like if you don't have anxiety and you walk, you know, well, I don't know. In some ways, more likely to get out with anxiety, but I don't know. It's like an indicator, I guess, of what's going on, but that's, I mean, healthy anxiety in the sense that there's a certain amount of anxiety can be useful because it's like an indicator, okay, this needs to be sorted, you know. But then if it's constant, you know, I'm actually starting to come to the view that I think it could be just useless completely. Like, even people say, oh, if he had run away from a lion, you could still, I mean, it's hard to do, but you could still theoretically like just run away because it's the appropriate thing to do, to not allow the lion to kill you. So to run away as fast as you can, but still mindfully run away. But running away in a panic, panic just causes more problem. It can kind of create the adrenaline to make you run faster, but then not really thinking clearly what you're doing. You could end up running away from something and running into more danger, or running and just tripping and falling over. Like an animal when it's running after its prey. I think I saw, was it a lioness running after prey, trying to catch her young, catch food for the family, and obviously they got to do that to survive. But then, of course, an animal is just running instinctively super fast. There's not really a thinking or a mindfulness. It's just running. That's it. And all it knows is that it's running towards that potential dinner. You know, it sees the animal and instinctively it's running. But then it got caught on some sort of branch or something, and it had a real gash, like a real open wound. And the chances of it dying were high, but it manages to somehow survive. The chances of infection and everything else, because it was in the wild and it's got this great gash that's going to take a long time to heal. But it's quite a nice thing to see that it did heal and that the lion was okay. But it just shows you that where there's no, I mean, there is, in both cases, I mean, the fact that there's not the same mindfulness in the sense of there's no way of them not running after the prey. There's possible to have the thought to say, oh, no, I'll let this animal live even if I go hungry. They can't have that thought. So they just run. And then they also can't use the awareness of that they know that they're running so they could be aware of the danger that they're running over. It's constant danger, isn't it? The animal kingdom, the animal realm. Right. Yeah, I'm almost positive I have not taken the dose today because I don't feel different. Something feels weird. I don't know what it is. It's just feel more on alert. I'll resume tomorrow. I'm not going to. It's 1 now, so at least I can see the difference between when I take it and when I don't take it. But, I mean, it's a drug. It just numbs things out. Yeah, I mean, it's just. What can you do? It is what it is. Things just take time to heal. Yeah, there's definitely like depression today. Part of it is that I slept so long and it's sort of like my brain chemistry's all gone weird. Because I was so tired. I was like overtired. And then I just couldn't rest. And then eventually slept and yeah. What can you do? This is the way it is, isn't it? Trying everything I can to change my habits, to alleviate anxieties, just doing everything really. Not everything, but everything I can do. I was reading these motivational books once, and they say, if you tried everything, how can you have tried everything? And it's like, you can never try everything. Some things are not good to try. Some things are not worth trying. There's just no way. Some things are just no way gonna help. Certain things you could say, certain things you could do, certain things, activities you can engage in, certain drugs that you could take, certain things are just gonna be bad, full stop. So when people do these motivational books and they say, tried everything, it's like, you just want us to buy the book. Just want to say something like really smart, so like people are going to buy the book. It's like, have you tried? We can go around to each other saying, have you tried everything? Have you tried everything? It's like, don't fucking try everything. That's dumb. Literally everything. No. Our daughter does that sometimes. No. So we're assembling the bed. Me and was assembling it with my wife's nephew. And she was trying to tell me my daughter was telling me where the planks go. If I put the plank in the place that she didn't want it, she'd say, no, put it there. So cute. Oh. So cute. Ridiculously cute. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Mm. Mm. Oh, dear. Mm. I watched the Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan interview yesterday. Don't know what to make of it, really. I mean, there's valid points on all sides, but it's just political mess. Really. It's just not gonna go anywhere. Really. Really? What is it? Comes down to? What would be the Buddhist take on it? It's just everyone's greed and anger bouncing off each other. Everyone trying to blame everyone else. No one really. Hardly anyone looking within. Because looking within is a fucking hard, it's an uncomfortable thing to do. I've run away from it many times. Every time I start to do it, a few months, it's like, I gotta run away from this. I can't stay looking within anymore. It's too horrible. You realize how fucked up everything is, how fucked up the world is, how fucked up our minds are, how deluded we are. And it's like, it's hard to accept, but it's worse not to accept it. It's worse not to accept it. Only for a time it's possible to just keep yourself distracted, like I did yesterday watching the interview, because it's uncomfortable, to be alone, just be alone with your own mind. Sometimes I find it hard just to eat by myself. I've got to put something on the screen. Unless there was a time I just had my phone, I turn my phone completely off, lock it away, don't use it at all. But then it was just too much of a shock to the system in a way, and I just became really depressed, like quickly depressed, because I wasn't getting that hit from the screen, that distraction. It's bizarre how hooked they've got all of us hooked, and it's not even nice. It's not even good for us. So a better way to live would just be the natural, peaceful life. It's what I've been craving for ages, but then again, that's more craving. But just to really, my ideal way of living, and maybe this is not even helpful to look at setting up life exactly how you want it, but it's my video, so I may as well just say whatever comes to mind, even if it's all just journaling. So I think like I use my phone maybe like once a month, like that's it. Like I'd live with my wife and kids, and I say live with my life. So was that a Freudian slip? Live with my life? Was it living a lie? Living a lie. Yeah, you know why? Because I just feels like it's never going to happen. That's why. Like lying by even hinting that it's possible. Because it's been going on for so long. Like we've been trying we were going to get a place together. That didn't happen. That didn't come off. Got scammed £1,000 that someone hacked the estate agent. And then what was it? And then I just I don't want to live there anyway. And the estate agents blaming us and not having any empathy with what's happened. The bank's not covering the money. And no one's looking into it. But it was all just fucked. I don't trust these people anymore. I don't trust what's going on with whoever is hacking. I don't trust the estate agent. I don't even like Walsall, so I don't want to live in Walsall. I'd rather live where I am. But then, so now we don't live together. We've both got a house, so I mean, some way to think we may as well live in one of the houses. But my wife says it's too small, her house, and she still prefers her house to my house. She doesn't want to live here. And her house is nicer. So now we're fortunate that we have that. I recognise that. It's just hardly see. It's so nice just when I go to bed at night and I say goodnight to my wife and I'm with her, and then also I hear my kids talking in the morning and wake. It's just nice to just go to sleep at night knowing your family's there with you, and wake up in the morning and having your family there with you, My wife has got that, but she's got it with our kids and her family rather than our kids, us together with our kids. But she says because the house is too small. It is just a 2-bedroom, and we do have three children, 3 young children. One's almost 3 and the other 2 are almost 2. They are hard work, as expected. So I understand why she wants the support. She's working as well, full time. So I mean, if we moved in now, I'd be looking after the 3 kids by myself. Which would be hard, but I believe I could do it. It would just be tough. It would be tough. She's also worried if I am struggling looking after them while she's at work, that they'll be crying and then she'll get in trouble with her work. Whereas at the moment she has multiple people to keep kids quiet. She said when they're older we'll live together, but they may not want to go when they're older. She says like, 4 years time, she's going to sell her house and move close to Birmingham, and then, but the whole thing about too small, I don't really understand that, because where she's now, she's just in a front room with the twins, the living room, and then that's the room she's in. The house is bigger, but it's still shared with many people. And then our daughter is, I think, in the room with my wife's parents, I think. I mean, they're happy there, don't get me wrong, they're happy. They're mischievous little ones. They're happy and they've got a good social life because they see many people. So it is good for them. It took me a while to accept that that is better than just, you know, it's good for their development to be with multiple people. It's good for their confidence as well. I've got nothing against that. It's just a shame that we can't have both. That, you know, I suppose we would have done if we'd moved nearer. You know, if we'd got that house in Walsall, but you never would know, and you just don't know how things are going to turn out. If my mental health had taken a tumble and then I haven't got my own place to go, it's like, at least I know, I mean, when I'm in my house, like, no one else can throw me out, you know? Like, I've had that so many times where I've had to leave where I am for different reasons. Most of the time it's been my mum, so it's like, I don't want to ever be in that position where, because it's, at the end of the day, it's always the man that has to go. If he has a mental health issue or whatever, and he can't be around his wife and kids, that he's the one that ends up either homeless, mental health hospital, or worst case prison, or even worse, dead. Like, he's the one who ends up generally in that. It's not the woman. You know, even sometimes if the man owns the house completely, the woman, if there's some huge domestic issue or whatever, the woman could apply for an occupation order and get it, and then he can't live in his own house anymore, but she has permission to live there because she's with the kids. So it's like an occupation order. Just everything is geared towards putting men in very vulnerable positions and keeping women safe, which it's not like, why can't we just have both? Like, why can't we just have like a society where we keep both people safe? Like, we love men and we love women and we look after both. We just love, how about just loving all beings and just being kind to everyone, rather than saying, oh, no, you're a man, fuck you, or you're a woman, screw you. Like, you know, oh no, you're tall or you're big and strong, so like, you know, you're the danger, or something, or, you know, like, people always we put each other in boxes, you know. That was what I was thinking about this morning. Like, we put each other in boxes, even just the labels of, this person is ADHD, this person is autistic, this person is anxiety. Like, we put these labels, and it's just like, we just put people in boxes. I mean, Adam Watts used to say that, and that's one thing he was right about. We put ourselves in boxes, and then we wonder why we feel restricted. He's right. He was right. I know that. I'm not sure overall how much he is or isn't right about. Certainly relaxing to listen to before you go to sleep. I tend to listen more if I want just something super philosophical and chilled, I would listen to like Ram Dass. I kind of started to come around to what he was saying about like you get signs, you get serendipitous signs that kind of like indicate the way forward, you know. It's one of these days.